Hey folks, my name is Jen, and today we're gonna do a little tag. So I was tagged by the Girls family in the Hot or Not, A to Z Hot or Not book tag. So here we go. I got some afternoon coffee because I'm dragging ass, and let's do the tag. Okay, so it is basically everything A to Z, and then you say if it's hot or not to you, so if you like it or not. I'm really bad with picking like definites, so we'll see how this goes. First up, A is audiobooks. Hot or not? Hot. I like audiobooks. I honestly don't really listen to that many of them throughout the year, except for December. I listen to a lot of them. I have listened to 2 so far, and I have 2 more on the go, so. B is Bildungsroman, which, or maybe it's Bildungs. I'm not 100% sure. It's basically like coming of age story. Hot. I do tend to enjoy those most of the time. C is for children's books. Hot. I really enjoy children's books. D is digital, so like ebooks. I'm gonna say not. Just because I have read them before, but honestly, I just don't enjoy them that much, and I deal with a lot of like eye strain and stuff, and ebooks typically don't really help me with that. E is experimental. So I'm not 100% sure if I've read an experimental book. There's about 3 really weird ones that I can think of that makes me wonder if potentially they're experimental. If so, I did not enjoy it, so I'm gonna say probably not. F is for fantasy. Hot, I guess. I usually say that I don't really like fantasy that much, but over the past several years I've read a bunch of it, and while I haven't liked everything, I have enjoyed the majority of it, so yeah, I guess hot. G is for graphic novels. Hot. Definitely. I love graphic novels. Ooh, you went a little fuzzy. H. Horror. We're gonna go with hot. I honestly haven't read that much of it outside of like Stephen King, but yeah. I is for inspirational. Not. That is not my cup of tea at all. J is for journalism. I don't really think I have read that many books that can be counted as like journalism, unless you're counting a true crime as that, I guess. Maybe does that count? I'm not sure. I honestly, I don't read newspapers as much as I used to, because depression, but I do have a couple of books on my shelves by Nellie Bly, who was a like female journalist from the like late 1800s, early 1900s. So we'll find out if that's my thing. I'm gonna say I don't know. I don't know if it's hot or not yet. Yeah, I don't know yet. K is for kitsch. I don't know about books. I like really campy movies and stuff like that, but yeah, I don't know how I feel about books like that. Probably not. L is for library. I love libraries. They are awesome. Librarians are awesome. And yeah, I really want to try to make utilizing the library more of a thing. I just haven't over the past several years, but I really want to. M is for mystery. Hot. Mystery is my absolute favorite genre. Love it so much. N is for nonfiction. Also hot. I am trying. I enjoy most nonfiction. I have a lot of unread on my shelves. But yeah, I'd say I enjoy most of it. So yeah. O is for omnibus. I love omnibuses because, while they themselves might be a little bit pricey sometimes, it saves me from having to buy 5 million individual novels, or usually most of the time, manga. So, love an omnibus. P is for poetry. Hot. Love poetry. Q is for quest. And I am a sucker for a book with a quest in it. R is for romance, which is also hot. I love a good romance. Although, honestly, I think it might be one of the genres that I am the most picky about, though. S is for science fiction, which, for the moment, we're gonna say not. Just because it is another genre that I'm super picky about, and I often don't find things that I like. But I have a few of unread books on my shelves right now that I'm hoping will be the good stuff. T is for translations. That one depends. That one definitely depends. Because I've read really, truly beautiful books that have been translated. I've read a couple of stinkers that have been translated. I think a lot of the times when I don't like a translation, it actually ends up being like manga or something. Like, somebody clearly did not care and everything's nonsensical and jumbled up. But yeah, I think for the most part I do like translated works. It just really depends, if you're gonna have a decent one or if you're gonna have an amazing one. Like the dude who translated the Three Musketeers, the version that I read, so good. U is Ubermensch. So while I can think of like a couple of exceptions that I'll give just because the series is a page turner, for the most part I'm not really into the whole Ubermensch thing. Graz used an example of like Superman. I'm not a Superman kind of girl. It's a Batman kind of girl, I guess. So I'm gonna say not for the Ubermensch. V is Victorian Lit. I didn't think that this would be a hot just because. But the more I'm thinking about books that I've read over the past couple of years that I really enjoyed, actually were technically written during the Victorian period, so I guess I'm gonna have to say hot. W is for Western. I have only ever attempted to read one, two Westerns, DNFs. Not my thing. I can think of a couple Western movies I really like. Don't think Back to the Future 3 technically counts, but I count it, and that's one of my favorite movies of all time. So, that and, yeah, there's a couple of others that I enjoyed. But yeah, as far as books go, it's not, I don't think it's really my cup of tea. So no, not. X-rated. I mean, this would also count within romance, I guess, or erotica, I guess. Hot. I will read it, but it's also, again, something that I'm really picky about. Y is for young adult. We're gonna go with not. Yeah, YA. I don't seem to really have enjoyed much of that since I was technically within that age range, so yeah. And Z is for Zeitgeist, which I notated is important to the current world. It really depends. Yeah, it really depends. Sometimes, a lot of the times, I think this is included within like nonfiction, and I am interested in like all kinds of nonfiction things having to do with different time periods or subjects, topics that are of interest to me, or things that I think I should really read that. That would be a good idea to read that, expand, you know. But I know there's also fiction books. Mm, yeah, I'm gonna say it depends. It really depends on the book. Or even who it's by. It might also depend who it's by. Because if it's an author that I already know I don't like, I'm not gonna pick it up. Yeah. So that was the tag, people. I am going to tag. I should know people off the top of my head. Why do I never have this off of the top of my head? Okay, on a quick glance, I don't think you've done it, but if you have, honestly, do not feel any pressure to like don't worry about it. Or even indeed, don't feel any pressure to do it or anything. But I will tag Dave and Olive over at Book Blather. So yeah, that was his tag. Thank you again so much for tagging me. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a like wonderful December, and I will see y'all in the next video.